Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Good afternoon to each of you. I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse in Centerville, and you're each here for a small claims trial. The title of the case is Olivia Louise Reyes versus Johnny Gomez. The file number is 241305SC. Let me tell you both that we are in the small claims division of 3B District Court Civil Division. As such, the rules are different than general civil court. Tell you about some of it. Claim is limited to $7,000. Neither party is allowed to have an attorney. We don't strictly follow the rules of evidence or procedure. I will use letters, estimates from businesses, that sort of thing, as evidence without a lot of foundational rigmarole. There is no appeal from small claims court. Any decision made here is final. Either party has the right to remove the matter from small claims to the general division of the court. You have to tell me before we start. Once we begin, any decision made here is final and there is no appeal. Ms. Reyes, you understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Gomez Garcia, you understand?
Yes.
Are you both ready to proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Reyes, you're the plaintiff and you have the burden of proof. In this case, you have filed a small claims asking for $7,000 regarding the purchase of an automobile. Ms. Reyes, you purchased this vehicle, as I understood it, for $3,000 and then found some problems with it. Tell me, why are you asking me to award you $7,000?
Because the car, I bought it for $3,000, and the whole situation, I wasn't able to use that car longer than 24 hours. They were very sketchy about me test driving the car. The test drive didn't go very well because it's an automatic and it can also slap into a shift. And I don't know what I'm really looking for, I guess. And they all showed up, his whole family, just to sell me this car. And they told me that I couldn't come pick it up because they didn't have a plate for it. But when they were at my house, they removed a plate off it. And Mr. Johnny Gomez, I didn't have the rest of the funds for her. Because he told me that if I went on a date with him, that they would knock down the price to $2,800, and I refused. So that's what happened, and that's why I got to test drive the car to go to the ATM to give the lady the other $100 or $200, which I also sent on a Cash App that I have a screenshot of.
Well, how do we get to $7,000 for a $3,000 car?
Because I'm charging him double, and because I have been suffering this entire time with me and my kids with not being able to do things and go to the doctors and stuff. I'm in debt with a lot of people because I don't have a vehicle because the transmission was completely cracked. Like my maintenance man made me move the vehicle. I had to get it towed away and scrap it. All in less than 24 hours, and the headlights didn't work. That's my fault for not checking them during the day. Like I said, I don't know much about vehicles, and it was just only me. So I think that that's completely unfair. He lied, and the owner of the vehicle wasn't even present. And it was a salvage title, and he never told me that until after I gave them the cash.
All right, that may have salvaged some claim here. You can't sue for double in small claims court. You're sued for more than double. You sued for $7,000 on a car you paid $3,000 for. You can't sue for pain and suffering. You can't sue for mental anguish. You can't sue for loss of other things. So your claim is suspicious right on its face. Did he offer a warranty when he sold this car?
They did not write me no, they did not write me a bill of sale. They did not write me anything. I didn't get nothing.
Did you get a title?
A salvage title, correct?
So did you take that title to the Secretary of State?
No, I called the house scrapyard. His name is Sam. He owns it, and he came and he personally picked up and towed the Nissan away, and I sold it to him because it was scrap. The transmission was completely
How much
cracked.
did you get for it?
$250.
All right. Now, there are several problems. One, you bought this without a warranty. This problem is as old as the Romans. The Romans had a saying, caveat emptor, which means buyer beware, which is still the mark word today. So nobody put a gun to your head, made you buy this vehicle. You bought it perhaps without doing your due diligence, and you bought a car with no warranty from some guy you met over the internet. And now it's all his fault, and he owes you $7,000. So you have to have a theory on which you violate, you're suing him. And that would normally be violation of a warranty. But there was no warranty. The car was sold as is. So this happens a lot. It happens in used car dealerships all the time where the car breaks, they want to sue the dealership. They bought it as is. Well, this wasn't as explicit as that. And you brought up something that I was not aware, that the vehicle had a salvage title. When did you learn it had a salvage title?
After I gave them the cash, they gave me the title all folded up. And after I opened up the title, it said it was a salvage title. And I have Sam, the owner of the junkyard, to confirm that.
All right, well, you were not a very good buyer here. You didn't do an adequate job of driving it. You didn't look at it, and you didn't look at the title. So let's hear what Mr. Gomez has to say. He did submit a couple letters.
Yeah, there was plenty of people that showed up. It kind of intimidated me that the whole family had to show up.
All right, let me read this one. I, Jacqueline Sanchez, would like to inform you of what I witnessed on that day Fidel Garcia sold a lady in White Pigeon a car. We drove the car to her, and when we arrived, the lady came out and looked at the car, and then we went for a drive. The lady, Brenda, and Fidel were all at the car when she drove it. When they came back, she took a last look at the car and under the hood. Then they finished the deal, and we drove off. To my understanding, Johnny Gomez posted the car for sale on Facebook, but his uncle Fidel Garcia was the one selling the vehicle. Here's another letter, which is longer. Brenda Aguirre, me, would like to inform you about the events that happened on a day a Nissan Altima was sold to Olivia Reyes. On March 2024, Johnny Gomez posted a car for sale on behalf of his uncle. I was asked by Fidel Garcia if I can go help him translate on the sale of a car due to a language barrier between him and the person interested. I witnessed driving the car to 208 South Elkhart Street in White Pigeon. Due to that, Ms. Reyes didn't have transportation to come to the car's location. Once we arrived at the location, Ms. Reyes came out to look at the car. Mr. Garcia offered a test drive so she can see how the car was functioning. Ms. Reyes went to the driver's seat, Mr. Garcia on the passenger seat, and I went to the back seat for the test drive of the car. She drove north on Elkhart Street, took a left on West Peck Street, and drove a couple of houses down and did a U-turn on the residential house, came back toward the apartments. She stated she liked the car and she needed to go to an ATM to withdraw some money because she didn't have it all in cash. So she drove past the apartments and drove to a convenience store named Shell on Chicago Road in White Pigeon. She got out of the car and went to the ATM to withdraw money. When she came back, she counted the money and offered to send me my cash app, small of money to complete the amount of the car was for sale. Then she drove the car back to the apartments. We removed all the personal stuff and looked under the hood for a couple minutes, and the deal was finalized. She kept the car and we took off in a separate vehicle. Days later, she sent a text message to Mr. Garcia, threatening him that if he didn't return the money back in 24 hours, she was going to sue him for $10,000 because he had taken advantage of her mental problems. I took Mr. Garcia to the Sturgis police station to talk to them about the situation. The officer informed him he wasn't obligated to buy the car back from her if he didn't want to, because she test drove it and inspected the car before she drove it. He then took both of our information. The officer also suggested to block her from social media and phone so she can stop bothering him. After that, I didn't hear any more until Johnny Gomez received the court papers in July. So, Mr. Gomez, this wasn't your car. It belonged to your uncle, Fidel Garcia.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me what you know.
Nobody told her about, as I remember, nobody told her to, let's go on a date and I will drop the price. I honestly tried to meet the person, you know, she looks like a nice person. And which after she told me that not go on a date and I dropped it, right? And she sent me a text about, hey, let's hang out. I was like, okay, send me your address. And she came to my house and they respected my mom. And I don't see that nice, you know. Nobody can just come and respect your house, you know.
What did
And
I
she
don't know what
do?
you.
Huh?
What did she do to disrespect your mother?
No, Miss Reyes respected my mom.
Oh, she respected or disrespected?
She started calling my mom's names.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my mom here.
Well, that isn't really relevant to this. She
Okay.
says she bought this car and A, it had a salvage title and she didn't know it, and B, the transmission didn't work. So, what do you say?
I told straight up the car ran good and everything. We took it to her place, and after we took it to her place, I hop off the car. They negotiate, and she liked the car, and she test drove it.
You weren't even in the car.
No,
That's why I said
guys, I'll give you a chance to speak. So yeah, she's suing you, but you
Yeah.
helped facilitate this
Yeah,
sale,
the
but
car
it
is
wasn't
not
your
even mine.
car.
Yeah,
Did you know the car had a salvage title?
I didn't know nothing about that. I just know it was my uncle's car, but I know nothing about the title, to be honest. She saw her the
So-
car. She checked the title. Nobody obligated her to buy the car. You know, if she knew it was a salvage title, nobody told her to buy it. You know, it was her own choice, her own decision to buy it. You know.
Yes, that was what I thought when I first looked at this, until I learned that she learned there was a salvage title after she handed over the money.
Yeah, she didn't give me the money. Tell her who she gave the money to.
Did you offer any warranty on this car?
No, nothing.
Did the Facebook post inform that it held a salvage title?
No. But she saw the title. If she knew it was a salvage title, why she bought it? Nobody obligate her, tell her to buy it. You know, it was her own.
Well, she didn't know. What she said is she didn't know it was a salvage title until after she turned the money over.
I
Correct.
didn't know it was a salvage title neither. My uncle should have told her, because my uncle was the owner of the car. I
Your
just was
mom's name is on the title.
Ms. Reyes,
on-
I'll give you a chance to speak.
Sorry.
I only was the translator. That's all. I'm
Uh,
the wrong person.
yes, I am concerned about that. You're to help facilitate this, that it wasn't your car.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. It wasn't my car. It makes me mad and upset because I'm a good person. I would never do people wrong. I have a good heart. And
Well,
she's
you
suing the
set
wrong
up,
person.
I mean, obviously she's upset because the car conked out immediately after she bought it. She didn't
Yeah.
spend $3,000 on a car to sell it for $250 scrap. She thought she
Mhm.
was buying a car that she could use. So the car was not good. What year
Mhm.
was this?
¿Qué año era el carro? ¿Qué año era? ¿2008? I don't know what year was the car, to be honest.
Ms. Reyes, can you tell me, what year was the car and how many miles?
I'm pretty sure it was a 2006, and I don't know the mileage.
Was it on the title?
No.
It was supposed to be.
Every car.
All right, couple problems. One, there's no warranty. When you buy a car from someone you meet on Facebook Marketplace, you assume the risk of buying this car. So a diligent buyer would take it to a mechanic first and have somebody look at it, or at least do something more than drive it a couple of blocks. You don't even know how many miles it had on it. That's very relevant. I don't know if it had 50,000 or 350,000. And I was inclined to give you something because you purchased the car without knowing it had a salvage title. But Mr. Gomez Garcia is not the owner of the car. So two problems. I'm not sure you have a claim at all. You certainly don't have a $10,000 claim. So you devalue your credibility by suing for 2.5 times the amount you could sue for in small claims court. You don't get $7,000 on a $3,000 car. Plus, they don't get the car back. They just give you $10,000 for a car you paid $3,000 for and had salvaged. So you are $7,250 ahead. That's not how it works. But two, you didn't sue the person that sold you the car. You sued the translator. So I'm not sure you even have a claim. You can start over and sue Fidel Gomez.
Your Honor,
or Fidel
how am I-
Garcia.
Your Honor, on the title is actually Johnny Gomez's mother, and I'm not sure
Well,
what her name is, but it does. I don't think it matters about his uncle because on the title is his mom's name, and she's actually on video right now with him, so we can actually talk to her.
well, you can sue her.
That's fine. I need a name. I don't know her name.
Well, if her name's on the title, you should be able to see it from that.
No, I remember I scrapped it and I gave the title to Sam.
Well, she didn't give you any more warranty than he did.
Right, but if I can sue her for $3,000 for as much as I paid the car for it, because I didn't.
Well,
even
you
use
can
it.
sue her. I'm not sure you can prevail. You can sue her. You can sue her.
The headlights
but-
didn't even work, and I have proof that he admitted it.
But yeah, you handed over $3,000 for this car. So,
Yeah, because I trusted what they were saying, and it was
well,
all lies.
caveat emptor. All right, Mr. Gomez, what's your mother's name?
You want to talk to my mother? She's here.
Well, I'm just asking you her name.
Her name is.
How do I spell that?
So right now, you don't even have the title. You're not going to get very far if you try to sue her.
O dice que no puedo, pues porque
You
no
have
tiene,
to
no tiene title ni nada. No te puede
establish
mandar.
there was some sort of warranty,
No te puede
and
mandar.
I don't, she's the title holder. And somebody had to sign the title over to you and put the number of miles on the title at the time of the sale. Whenever I buy or sell a car, I do it at the Secretary of State's office. So I do the title transfer right there. I haven't done it very much, but even when I sold a car to my son, for $1, we did it at the Secretary of State's office. I find there's no cause of action here. It's wrong, there's no warranty, and it's the wrong party.
Yes.
So
Can I get
the
the
claim
spelling
is
of that?
for,
Sorry.
all right, I don't know what it is. You can watch the live feed and get it. All right, thank you. This matter's over. You'll each get a copy of the order.